Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien on the morning of Friday, August 18th, 2023. I was looking through YouTube here this morning, and I noticed that a month ago, my fellow cohorts, which I've never seen before, have a channel on YouTube just like I do, Bars and Barbells. And they supposedly comment on songs. And a month ago, they put a comment out there, a critique, I would say you would call it in my time, on the Bengals' Walk Like an Egyptian, 1986. Well, by the way they're talking, you can tell they're millennials, born 1981 and later. And they look like they were born after 1981, poor guys. And that's not being a bad comment on them. You know, they probably have a good show. They got a good following, yeah. But they missed the point on the Bengals. I mean, how could you not know about the Bengals, even if you're millennials? Heck, I knew about the big bands. Even though I'm a baby boomer, you know, I mean, Glenn Miller, Tommy Dorsey. Heck, I even knew about the early music of the 20th century. And you guys are saying, say what? Yeah. You know, music box dancer, drag time. You guys ever heard of that, you millennials? Especially Bars and Barbells? Well, and if you listen to the Bengals, not only you could take their Walk as an Egyptian was a departure for them. They were mostly 60s music girls. I mean, Manic Monday. If you listen to that, you Bars and Barbells, you guy and girl there, you understand them more than, you know, Walk Like an Egyptian was actually a fun thing for them to do, and they didn't want to do it in the first place. They thought it was silly. You asked them. Ask Susanna Hoff. She was the lead singer of the Bengals, and she can tell you even today. She's 64 years old today. My age. She was a baby boomer. And the Peterson sisters. Those are the three main Bengals. And when she formed them in 1980, you know, they were 1960s. I mean, Manic Monday. They probably went back to the mamas and the papas. Monday, Monday, da 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 da. You gotta listen to their songs. They're mostly, you know, just like you guys. I mean, if you don't know the Bengals, then probably you don't know Billy Joel, right? Yeah. Uptown guy. Yeah. Who wanted an uptown girl? And he's a downtown guy. Well, but he wasn't the first Billy Joel. The first Billy Joel was Billy Joe Royal. Down in the boondocks, down in the boondocks. Remember that? 1966, I believe. Yeah? Or how about Wabash Cannonball, guys? Really? Yeah? Or if you really want to see somebody that did what the Bengals did with Walking in Egyptian, Glenn Miller, In the Mood. There's a good one. That's a departure for him. So if you want to play music there that's a departure from the artist that did it, Uptown Girl's a departure from Billy Joel if you listen to all the other musics, and Billy Joe Royal before him, 20 years before him, Boondocks. Or how about talk about the songs here, Bars and Barbells. Try Paul McCartney from the Beatles. Now that you have to know, even though he's way out of your timeline. Before the Wings, and just before the Beatles broke up, Paul McCartney needed a song for Apple Records because he was backing Apple Records. Most people don't understand that. And he did. And he got a nice Welsh girl to sing it. And I did a video on this. The song was done in 1925 in Russia, translated into loosely English in about 1962, and recorded by Paul McCartney's Apple Records in 1968 with Mary Hopkin. Those were the days, my friend. Now you listen to that song, Bars and Barbells, and that song is a departure from Paul McCartney. You have to listen to that song and listen to my video about that song. That song is good. It was good in 1969 when it came out, and it's still good today. A lot of people recorded that song after Mary Hopkin. And well-named singers recorded that song in the 70s and the 80s. That is something you have to know, bars and barbells. So you see, the Bengals are a unique band in some ways and not unique in others. They just followed the trend set by their forefathers. Billy Joel did the same thing. Even Paul McCartney did the same thing. Heck, you remember him from Love, Love Me Do? But how could he go from there to Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Band? See what I mean? The Yellow Submarine, you wouldn't expect the Beatles to do songs like that, did you? Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, yeah. This is your favorite alien commenting on my partners in the YouTube, Bars and Barbells. They got a good program. I like their shows. But they are millennials. Poor guys. Anyway, good day. Bye.